There's a lot of notes in that piece, very notey. Yeah, lots of notes. That's the first time I've played a Regondi piece, and it takes a little bit of stamina, and that's his easiest piece. Believe me, it's the easiest one. Now, I did a prelude, semi-improvised. They're always semi. I should just say improvised, but you know, people say improvised, but very often it's semi-improvised. They've got a plan. And when it's a longer preludes, I'll mention this because I've been doing some videos about improvising preludes in the Baroque and the 19th century. When it's a longer one, I split it up into sections, so I know that in this one there are 4 sections. The opening reminds me of something, and I can't for the life of me think of what it is. Now, it probably, you know, there might be people screaming at the screen saying that's from such and such. It kind of doesn't matter, you know. When you're improvising, you're picking up the language that people speak, and it's just like learning a foreign language. And sometimes you pick up things you've heard, and you're not sure if you're making it up or you've heard it. So if it is something, then I doubt if I've memorized it correctly, and so there's probably little bits around it. So that happens, and my point is, don't get worried if you find yourself recreating a known piece. You're probably not, and it's good to. It shows that you're really beginning to pick up the language. So that's the opening. Which still sounds like something to me. And it goes into F minor chord here. It's in C minor because the piece is in C major, and I wanted that shift. There's F minor. This chord looks like A flat 7 going to G, which A flat 7 would go to D flat. So this is not a 7th chord, it's a sharp 6 chord. There's A flat 6, which is like F minor. A flat sharp 6 or augmented 6. So this is an augmented 6 chord. The top part goes up and the bottom part goes down. And I've arrived at the dominant, so that's the first section over. Then I get into a very guitaristic thing of keeping a pedal, in this case a dominant pedal, in the case C minor. And around it, on strings 2 and 4, I'm doing these chords, which are G, C minor, G7, C minor. And you could go up the fretboard up to the top, even major, minor, so on. Just mess around with stuff like that, so you can extend or contract this section of the improvisation. You can do all sorts. You know, classical music is like blues backwards. This is blues. So there's that section I can fool around with, and then it's got to end on the dominant. Oh, there's a sequence of mystery chords, you know, bring in a G minor and then start searching for chords. Well, this section is totally improvised. I don't know where I'm going with these chords. Find myself in D minor, C major. Once I hit that C, E, I thought, alright, it's a C major now, not C minor. But then I went C major. And then a 6/4 chord. It's a G chord with D in the bass. Very classical era. Before a D7 with a flat 9 there, E flat. So I've ended on the dominant there, but the piece is in C major, I'm in G. So I had to manufacture some way of getting to the first chord of the piece. So there were bits worked out and bits kind of improvised, but overall it could be different every time I play it, because within each of those 4 sections there's different things I could do, play around with. Anyway, it wasn't the greatest thing in the world. The best thing is this study by Regondi, which is wonderful, and I recommend it to students and professionals. There are 10 studies. They seem to get harder, so we'll see. But anyway, that's my introduction to Regondi. I hope you liked it. See you later.